Go ahead, you.
Well, my name is Rhona, and I suppose I'm the managing director of the business, so I look after all of the sites, all of the staff, and really try to ensure that everybody has what they need, the right tools to do their jobs and the right supports to do their jobs to the very best of their ability. So everything from toilet roll to the VAT returns and in between.
And my name is Corinna and I work alongside Rhona. I don't look after so much VAT returns and toilet roll. We would have none of either if I did. But I am in treatment almost every day. 4 days out of 5 I work in treatment in our Malahide clinic. I also work every maybe 5-8 weeks in our London clinic. So my role will be really kind of looking for the latest treatments, the best treatments, and anything new that's coming down the road. I would work on education, the team, and also educating myself to learn more about results-driven treatment, just to make sure that we are giving our clients the very best that there is out there on the market.
Ooh.
In 1982, I think our mum, Monica, established a business. I feel like I was about 2. Would that be about right?
I think I started working when I was 4.
Yeah. So she's, at the time, my mum had 4 kids, and she figured that that was the amount of kids she was going to have, and she wanted to get back into the working place, which in its own right in the 80s was pretty phenomenal for a woman to open her own business, let alone a mother of 4 kids. So she started the business, then she went back to evening education and educated herself and got the qualifications necessary to open a business, but then became pregnant on what is her 5th child, our younger sister, and she decided at that point that she would bring the business home. And she worked in a cabin pack out our back garden. It just meant that she was there for me. I would have been in primary school, you would have been kind of going to secondary school about then. Yeah. And yeah, so you know, from that moment on, she really adapted the career around the needs of her children and grew her business accordingly. She would have been one of the first beauty clinics in North County Dublin, and it was really incredible at the time what she did for women in the community, because at that time not a lot of women would have drove cars, etc., and they wouldn't have the means to go into the city for treatments, so she brought that to them.
But equally they wouldn't have felt very comfortable about having those treatments. And like, I remember as a kid so many clients coming over and having their very first leg wax, and those clients still come to us today and talk about that first leg wax. Yeah. And
she also would have obviously created huge employment, as we still do to this day, for women in the community. And also something that she used to do, and we don't really talk about it, was she used to have a club, and her sister-in-laws, my aunties, would have worked for her in the evenings and gone around the local estates, and women would have paid in maybe £3-4 at the time, and they would have logged that, and then when it came to maybe every quarter or even Christmas, these women would have saved so much money, and they would have had that to go and have their manicures and pedicures, which was an amazing thing to do at the time, literally knocking doors and women delighted to see them come in and giving them their few quid they kept by, and that was them saving up for their beauty treatments.
I think what really inspired her to start the business was that she had to travel into town to have electrolysis done.
Yeah.
And she felt that people out in this area were robbed of being able to access stuff like that.
Yeah, and she was a real matriarch, you know, she was for women. She was a huge fighter and advocate for women. And she wanted women to feel beautiful and
know their worth.
Know their worth, exactly. Yeah. So I think that was probably her driving force, you know. She wasn't going to sit around and wait for someone else to do it, she was going to do it.
Yeah.
But it was definitely to empower women.
Yeah. And empower her children.
Yeah.
You know, she gave us such an amazing work ethic, you know, starting us at 4.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for me, this was never an area of business that I was going to get into. I was working in building management, but also still working part-time in the salon in the evenings while I was working building my own career in town. And then Mam approached me to see would I come back and help as the business was growing. You know, there was more and more aspects that Mam felt she was looking after that she didn't want to. She wanted to focus on treatments. So that's, I guess, how I started in the business. And then once I kind of came here and started to work alongside Corinna, we could see the potential to grow it and to do things differently, to, you know, with Mam's blessing.
Yeah, I think for me I was probably more along Mam's way of thinking. I love women, I love being with women, I love working with women, and obviously we have male clients as well. And even that, actually, because I actually enjoy my male clients as much as my female, I just love making people feel better about themselves and connecting on that level. It's such a privilege to be that intimate with strangers, really, and to have them open up to you and, you know, reveal their deepest insecurities and allow you the opportunity to make them feel better. Only just before we came on camera today, I was helping one of my clients with an issue her 18-month-old son is experiencing. So
and for her to trust you to do that instead of going, waiting for a dermatologist, waiting for a doctor. You know, her first protocol was to give you a message.
Exactly, and obviously he's her most precious, and to think that she would bring him to me for help. So that's ultimately what drives me and what I love about my business, is connecting with people on that level. Well, I think, you know, I recently spoke about this in a podcast. For me, you must be like water, you know, because I obviously lead my team, and I'm an employee, first of all, of Rhona Tolan's, and then I have responsibility to be that role model and that leader for the team as well. I have that responsibility to my clients, but then I also have a husband and children at home. So my career over the last 27 years has changed considerably in that time, and I've no doubt it will continue to adapt according to my life and the demands placed on me in the future. So I feel what you need to do is be like water and go with it, and make those pivots when they come. You know, it's when you resist change, I find, that you encounter most problems. But I feel I've had the perfect work-life balance, and if I've ever felt it became overwhelming in any one area, I've made the necessary changes.
Yeah. And I guess for me, for over my career in the clinics and with Rhona Tolan's, and having had 2 children, you know, because you love the work that you do, it evolves with your life and with your children and with the time that you need for yourself. So, you know, if I go to play golf on a Tuesday morning, that's no problem, because I'll just work later on a Tuesday evening. So I evolve my life around work, as opposed to evolving work around my life.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the day of the week, really. You know, because summertime is such a busy time. It's so warm. It's so hard to do treatments in that heat. So it's all about windows wide open and fans and doing everything you can to support the team that are in the treatment room working really, really hard on our clients. Then winter time, it's not so busy and we're doing a lot of training. So it's a completely different vibe. You know, you just have to go with each season as it comes, and the season really dictates what the vibe is going to be, because each season brings along something different. You know, sometimes we feel overworked, sometimes we feel we're having a great time, we're doing treatments on each other, we're doing training. It just really depends, you know, but just to support the team as much as you possibly can, whatever their needs are, and trying to meet the needs is probably the best thing that we can do.
Well, I feel as well, what sets us apart is I feel it's very much a family community, and it always has been. Like, even back from when I was a child and the salon was out the back, like the girls who worked there would have been having their lunch with me, and my dad would be teaching them how to drive when he'd be dropping them home. And, you know, Rhona and I are very much here every day. We are one of the team. We're no different. I would never ask my team to do something I'm not prepared to do myself. So we're in it together, you know, and that's really, I think, what sets us apart from anywhere else. You know, we are a team and we are a family. Well, I guess we try to put emphasis on that teamwork. We're very much better together than we are individually. The sum is always greater than the individual parts, and that's the way we would approach everything, that we are better together. You know, we have
multiple different you know, ways of working together with our teams. I suppose our WhatsApp group is probably the busiest WhatsApp group in Ireland.
It is the busiest for like wishing everybody a happy birthday and how's everyone doing, more so than any work. But it's great because it gives us a place where we can all go and communicate, and we can all support each other and be there for each other and get to know each other's personalities a bit more. Because as much as we are all together, we're also all locked away in our different treatment rooms for most of the day, or in our offices, or in our packing rooms, or wherever our particular role is. So, but then we come together and we have our team nights out, and we have our lunches at Christmas time. We have a team night out coming up next month. It's a secret though, I don't even know what we're doing. So all I know is I'll have a tan because I fly in that afternoon.
Well, nobody will see it.
Oh, okay.
I suppose another one that I'm really proud of is the master classes that we hold with our teams, and we don't really get involved in it other than we arrange the time for the girls to have those master classes, and that's them collaborating together, working together and sharing their experiences and their little tricks and their little hacks and their knowledge and the experiences that they've had with different clients. So that's a real empowering event, and the girls all love that and really look forward to it and taking charge of it. And well, so we've 3 clinics, and in Malahide we generally just do skin treatments in the Malahide clinic, and then in Balbriggan we do all treatments, you know, manicures, pedicures, massage, body treatments, facials, waxing, eye treatments. So it's a little bit different. All our treatments, our facial treatments, are customised, so you know, no 2 people would ever get the same facial.
Yeah,
really.
sometimes this one person may not have the same facial. She go to 6 facials in a year and not have the same one twice.
Yeah.
Because we adapt our treatment protocol according to the client's goals ultimately, and you know, their lifestyle at the time, etc., etc. We believe that is the best way. We're working like that maybe 2-3 years, and we are getting the best results.
Yeah.
And what we never do is jump on beauty trends. You know, you must remember that the whole beauty industry was founded out of a buzzword, which is moisturiser. And in theory, it is a marketing term, because a product in theory can only fill your skin with emollients. It's not going to moisturise your skin. What we do is make your skin moisturise itself. We feed the skin what it requires to moisturise itself. So even still, I feel, and I'm so proud of the industry, even into 27 years I'm working here, that we have moved on from trends, really. And Rhona Tolan certainly have. We've never followed trends. We only work with treatments and protocols, science-backed treatments and protocols that are conducive to incredible results for our clients. You know, every time a client invests in Rhona Tolan, they're investing in themselves and they're investing in their results, and we have a responsibility to deliver on that investment every time.
So all our staff come with a range of qualifications. So, you know, if we take a junior member of the team that will come straight from college, Cedesco and iTech would be the ideal qualifications for us. That's what we've always worked with, and that's what we've always encouraged our applicants to have when they're applying for a job. Once a team member joins our team, it's up to us then to educate those girls to the very best standard. And we do that then with the brands that we work with. So they'll do all the training, the necessary training, and then they will refresh that training annually. Then obviously there's other, you know, people on the team that have other qualifications, you know, that support, say, the skin rooms where we do the online sales. Pick a day, any day.
Yeah, like there's been so many, but that is being an entrepreneur, that is being in business, and that's what makes you different. So that's part of our job, you know. And one thing, I've done a bit of work on myself with regards to this, and I was doing a presentation on entrepreneurship in my school. I graduated from Loreto Secondary School in Balbriggan, and in preparing for that presentation, what I realised is the reason why I love my job is because of the struggle, which is bizarre.
The biggest challenge, you know, that in my lifetime that I've in from a work point of view was definitely COVID. And you know what, we just grabbed that by the horns and we ran with it. Every day we changed our protocols, we changed our direction, we changed what we were doing, and went home that evening and thought about, did that work, did it not work, and the next day came in with new plans to make it work better.
But in a way, like, COVID was fantastic for us because we have that incredible ability to pivot and to adapt and to improvise, and that's what we did, and that's why we're so good at our job. But we're still dealing with struggles and post-COVID. You know, business is completely different, people's mindsets are completely different, but we've been here before, you know, and we will continue to adapt. But it is a constant, you know, I consider it to be like the ocean, and you just never stand still. You're constantly moving, constantly treading water, and just waiting for the next challenge. And you know, we don't perceive it as a challenge because we've such incredible, we've put the tools, the fundamental tools in place to be able to deal with it. Not just Rhona and I, but our team. Again, we're better together than we are individually. You know, with that question, in doing all that and being business owners, you actually have to take a moment to think back and think of all that you've achieved. But we Rhona Tolan's have been awarded the Salon of the Year from the International Institute of Active Aging for 11 consecutive years. Like, say that out loud, 11 consecutive years. So much so that on the 11th year, I said to Rhona, it's time we stepped away from this right now, because it has to be boring for everyone else to see us constantly going up. As much as we loved it and it meant so much much to us. It was around the same time as our mum passed away, and I thought this is the perfect moment for you and I to step away from this award and to start celebrating new salons coming up and achieving this incredible award. And that's
actually at the event recently, they were so delighted just to have us there.
Yeah, they actually had asked Rhona and I to present this award. Rhona presented to the UK Salon of the Year and myself to the Irish Salon of the Year, and I really celebrated, again going back to why my mum would have started the whole business. It was all about empowering other women, and I was just so thrilled because I know how hard these people had to work and everything they had to overcome to get this award. So there's that. We were also awarded the UK and Ireland Salon of Excellence, which was incredible. We've been up for awards from Fingal County Council,
local chamber,
local chambers. We only recently won St Patrick's Day window of the year. Like, hello,
for every window,
for every
season,
for every season. Yeah. So I mean, it's constant, you know.
We're just about to launch a new service in Balbriggan, so by the time anybody's watching this, that treatment will certainly be alive and kicking in the Balbriggan clinic. It's Germaine Decappuccini.
Yeah, stunning brand.
A stunning brand from Barcelona in Spain, and we've just introduced their body massage and exfoliation treatments. Haven't had one yet, but the feedback to date on training has been absolutely amazing, and all the models.
Sign me up.
Oh, we can sign you up today.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I will be back with a review.
The team I work with.
The team and the clients, really. Like Rhona said, the results, you know, the impact, the positive impact that you're making on people, on people's lives, and the team. You know, when I see, you know, some people come to us only recently, like we had a girl come to us with very, very little English. You know, even her treatments, you know, she came from a different country, wouldn't have been to the standard or wouldn't be the same, and we completely, you transformed her and she has since moved on, but if we hadn't given her those skills, she wouldn't have been able to do that. So impacting lives so positively and empowering people with these tools, this training, this education, and of course then the clients as well.